know what you have done to see these young people become so successful, and we welcome you and celebrate you as you celebrate them. As you know, if you've been involved in this school for a long time, tradition is very important to us, and we take traditions very seriously. And one of the traditions that I think speaks to who we are is the tradition of selecting speakers from among the senior class. And those speakers are selected from a list prepared by the class, by the faculty, and they are the featured presenters in the commencement exercises. This morning we have two speakers from the senior class, Dan Ryan and Mike Brownstein, and they will speak in that order, and I hope that you will welcome them and enjoy their comments.
Good morning, Mr. Hillis, Dr. Ball, Mr. Seeger, Ms. Glascott, Mr. Brown, faculty, family and friends, and classmates. Some people say that the modern world urges us to be skeptical. They see significant pressure on us to maintain a facade of cool indifference and detachment. I believe that our class, however, possesses the confidence and fortitude to break through these artificial and sometimes self-imposed barriers, to have the courage to celebrate our years at the William Penn Charter School and be optimistic about our place in the future, while never forgetting the importance of continuity and historical context. In our time here, we have learned that Penn Charter places great emphasis on tradition. We see it in the form of meeting for worship in the oldest Quaker school in the world, or in the 111-year rivalry of PCGA Day, or the Mirror, which is the oldest high school newspaper in the country, or even the commencement ceremony in which we participate today. But for me, one of the most meaningful examples of tradition is the Penn Charter Senior Stairs. This single set of stairs is both a reflection of achievement and a symbol of unity for every Penn Charter senior. And while the students who traverse the stairs continue to change, the stairway remains constant for the aspirations of younger classes. We have learned the importance of challenging old ideas while preserving tradition. We have come to understand our role in the history of the school. It has been due to this process and to lessons like these, which cannot be read in the textbook or taught in the classroom, that make Penn Charter the great school that it is. T.S. Eliot wrote a passage which I believe captures the concept of the permanence of our educational experience. In an old house, there is always listening, and more is heard than is spoken. And what is spoken remains in the room, waiting for the future to hear it. During my years here, I have enjoyed watching my classmates develop with me. We have grown through our experiences within the walls of this old house, but more important, we have been enriched through the entire environment which surrounds Penn Charter. Whether taking part in extracurricular activities such as charter singers, dramatic productions, student council, or the yearbook, or simply interacting with other members of the community, this school has provided each of us with many opportunities for development by creating challenges and setting standards of excellence. I like to think that as a class, we have met these challenges and exceeded the standards with maturity and confidence. We owe a great deal of gratitude to our teachers, mentors, and advisors who have made our tenure as enjoyable and successful as it was. An important part of the great tradition of Penn Charter is service to the community. We saw this core value of the school both inside and outside of the classroom. The first trimester of my senior year, I was fortunate enough to enroll in the course The Art of Caring, an elective taught by Dr. Shadis. During these 3 months, we experienced firsthand the struggle of the less fortunate in our society. By tutoring at the Widener School for the Physically Disabled, and by reading powerful literature, we were reminded of the importance of caring for others, but just as significantly, we learned lessons of integrity and self-motivation. Through the inspirational stories of figures such as distinguished educator Cornel West, or Pete Gray, the former Major League Baseball player with only one arm, this course not only provided us with a personal reflection point, but also centered on overcoming adversity, which, although on a different level, has been a goal often realized by our class. We have all been faced with major challenges in our lives, some greater than others. Whether presented academically, athletically, or socially, it is from these challenges that we have experienced growth. Although we have had our share of success, we found that disappointments are inevitable. We discovered methods through which our setbacks could be used to strengthen our character. William Penn himself reflected on this process in a passage which was written toward the end of his life. For disappointments that come not by our own folly, they are the trials or corrections of heaven. And it is our own fault if they prove not our advantage. By thinking of our setbacks not as a burden, but as an opportunity for growth, we have become strong-willed, confident young adults, and these qualities will be applied to the upcoming challenges which each of us will encounter in the next few years. We are proud and happy to be graduates of Penn Charter, not just because we are nostalgic, but because we are equipped to be optimistic about our future and our place in the world. Our education has taught us the importance of tradition and custom, as well as the significance of perseverance and a positive approach to our daily lives. While we lived in this old house, we have listened to those who have spoken, and will continue to hear the values and lessons instilled in each one of us for the rest of our lives. And what has been spoken remains in the rooms for the guidance of future graduates, the education of another generation, the stairway for another class. Thank you.
Welcome, everyone. I'm going to tell a little story today. This story is written as a play-formatted parable and is about three central characters.